Hi, welcome to Hope in the Light of Suicide. I'm Tammy White. I'm your host and founder of the Bobby White Foundation. Um, you may wonder why I'm laughing so much. We had technical difficulties and we had to start taping over again, but it makes for entertainment. So in that, I want to thank John Gaston behind the scenes and Area 52 Media Group for enabling us to bring this program to you almost 4 years now. Never thought that I would be doing something like this. It took him 10 months to talk me into it. But if you want to do your own show, contact John at Area 52. It's really once you get into it, even if you're someone like me who would prefer to be behind the camera, it's been a really good platform, especially when we started it, because we started it when COVID hit, and I wasn't able to go out and speak to people, organizations, or anything. So this was our way to be able to do that, and we've just continued it. And two, I want to thank one of our sponsors, Delynn Gaston with the mortgage firm. She is. I'm really kind of apprehensive here right now because my cat is on here and near the mic plug, and that's what happened last time. But anyways, Delynn Gaston, the mortgage firm, she is the best person to deal with if you're thinking about refinancing or purchasing your first home, especially your first home. She can help you get all those ducks in a row and make sure that everything is going to go through flawlessly. And make that, that's probably the biggest purchase that anybody makes in their life. And it's really helpful to have somebody that knows the industry inside and out. So, like I said, we were saying, I think I mentioned it last week, this time of year is super, super busy here. And we got a lot going on. But, if I can keep on track, it might be kind of hard today. I just noticed, see, my shirt matches I could just do this right there. Our painting in the back. My little tie-dye shirt that I got in Cozumel when we went on the Rotary cruise last spring. It's the first time I got to wear it. Kind of like it. So anyways, got a lot going on, and it's kind of an exciting time even. I mean, I know that sounds weird. But it is. This is going to show on Saturday. But Friday, October 10th, Friday, is World Mental Health Awareness Day. And I just found that out the other day. So, but I want to get through a couple other things before we get to World Mental Health Awareness Day, because we have our walk coming up, and it's the first walk that the foundation gets to host. And it's in our county, West Pasco, November 8th at Sims Park. Oh, I forgot that. See, we got everything just so messed up today. This is so funny. Okay, so before we get to that, let's get to the support groups. We have one more this month, and that's October 16th at the Oasis Coffee Spot at 6:30. So, and then next week I'll give you the dates for November's. We'll have the support groups all through the holidays. So if you want to come, you don't have to sign up. You can just show up. It's a safe place to come and talk and be with other people who understand what you're dealing with, your grief journey. It's peer-to-peer. So we'd love to have you join us. We had a great what sounds kind of weird too, turnout for our support group in Spring Hill. And we want to thank NAMI too, Hernando NAMI, because they give us the space. to hold the group up in Spring Hill, and they help us get the word out that we have this support group. So I really have to thank them because they've been great partners. Great partners. So going from that, we have our walk coming up on November 8th at Sims Park. It's our first walk. It's replacing the Out of the Darkness walk in Pasco County, and it is called Pasco Walk for Hope. And all registrations, everything is online on the website. There's a Walk for Hope page, and you can scan that QR code, and it'll take you right to the page. You can sign up as a sponsor. We really need sponsors. You can sign up as a vendor. Vendors, it's information only. And you can sign up as an individual walker. You can start a team. You can join a team. You can volunteer. You could just donate. So everything is available. It's really easy to sign up. We're really excited about it. The city of Newport Richey has backed us really nicely and really helped us through the process to get everything permitted and ready to go. So it's huge for our community because the money that we raise for this walk in particular will help us expand our resources here in Pasco County for the programs that we do, such as our support groups, and hopefully we'll be able to expand our support groups. We also have our Purple Folder program, which is probably in the spring will be due for another revision. And we have a program where we help loss survivors after a loss, such as sometimes it's hard to just do self-care. So if they need to go get a haircut or need a massage or need help with house cleaning or yard work or something, we have resources in place where if we have the resources, money resources, then we can help the people in our community get through the most difficult time. And I know because I went through it. Fortunately, I had friends who stepped up and helped me out. Right 3 months after Bobby died, I broke my leg really bad. And my neighbor paid for her housekeeper to come over and clean my house. A friend of ours who had a lawn service, he came over. I have an acre and a half of land. He came over with his big mower a couple times and took care of my yard for me. There's just a lot, and sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything. You get stuck, and I know because I've been there, and that's why we put these things in place to help people. If they just reach out to us, sometimes other people can reach out for them. We've been very fortunate. I'm going to be doing a tabling event Tuesday with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, and I've been working really hard trying to get them to work together, and it's beginning to happen. So I'm super happy about that. So also, so within all these lines of all these things happening, I'm going to talk about Rotary here in a little bit, but to kind of segue into that, a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from a guy, and he was a fellow Rotarian. I didn't know it until he came to the office, and he had a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey that he needed framed for the Seven Springs Rotary fundraiser. Oh, it's sideways. Well, you turn your head. But anyways, it's Mike Evans. he's one of our great players, but it was really funny because and that kind of goes with what, with it being sideways. When he brought it to me the Sunday before, Mike Evans got hurt during one of our games, and he's not going to be playing, I think, maybe for a couple more weeks. But anyway, so I framed the jersey for Seven Springs Rotary. They picked it up yesterday in time for their Rotary meeting. So they're going to auction that off to raise money, and then I donated another piece of artwork for their event. But why I'm talking about that is because October 10th was World Mental Health Day. And I had mentioned I started our District 6950 Mental Health Initiatives Action Group. And so for World Mental Health Day, we're doing our first kind of club release of promoting world mental health with a really cool campaign called Don't Bottle It Up. So last week we had a photographer. There's mine. We had a photographer, my dear friend Denise Allen with Art You Adore, came up, donated her time to take pictures of the people from our club, also our bartender from the Elks, to do this. And so she did the pictures with a black background, and I sent them all to a guy with Rotary International who does the mock-up of this, sort of like a magazine cover. And it's really cool. So these are all going to be released. So by the time this airs, it'll be released yesterday for World Mental Health Day. And our goal is we release this and then we get more Rotarians in our district to do this. And this is like the beginning of our thing. And I think I gave John a link to, this isn't just for Rotarians. There it is. That's our action group page for our district 6950. And this mental health initiatives action group isn't just for Rotarians. It's for the community and Rotarians. So you do not have to be a Rotarian to even participate in this campaign that we're doing. You can, if you're in my district, that's Citrus County, Pasco County, Hernando County, and Pinellas County, which I'll have the information on the website. By the time this comes up, it should be on there. Where you can just have somebody take a picture of you with a black background holding a water bottle. It can't be a clear bottle. It has to be solid like what we have there. And email me the photo, and I can send it to Darren at Rotary International, and we can do this for you. And you can use this on your social media. So we're really excited about it. I think we had 10 people from our club do this. And then, like I said, our bar, we partner with the Elks, and we meet at the Elks Lodge on County Line Road. And we have a great bartender, Bob, and he did it too. So he's participating in this campaign. So we're super excited about rolling this out for our community, which is part of also, and I have talked about it a little bit before, but I know I can talk about it a whole lot more now, our Building Bridges of Understanding program here in our community. And it's a program that Rotary is sponsoring scholarships for pediatricians. Even I think a dentist has signed up, a pediatric dentist, and it's a program to get mental wellness, mental health um, to our youth much quicker. Like, it's kind of set towards the ages of 6 to 17. So I'm part of the group in Florida that's been working with community health care centers to introduce the program to them and to get their pediatricians to sign up. Excuse me, that was awful. It's Rotary. How Rotary is involved. We're giving scholarships, it's like $250 scholarship to who wants to sign up and take the training. It's a 5-hour training. They get their educational credit hours for doing the training, and there's just so much information, and it's to get help to children, ADHD, anxiety, depression. There's another one, something to do with behavioral stuff. It's a really great program that has been implemented in Collier County, which is a couple counties south of us. It's the Rotary District just south of us. And in the last 3 years, their community health care centers have been able to help almost 7,000 children that would have not received any help for this for months and maybe even years. Sometimes when a diagnosis is first seen, or something they see something first happening, depending on where you're at, especially if you're in rural areas, it may be 10 years before a child is treated, and that's just not acceptable. Even 8 to 10 weeks isn't acceptable. So this bridges the gap, and it's been successfully done. Like I said, here in Florida, Collier County, there's an area in Texas, an area in California, and then there's a few places up in the Northeast, because that's kind of where it started, was with Boston's Children's Hospital. And I was on a call yesterday. I was so excited about this. It was basically an orientation for the program. So a couple of the doctors that helped develop the program were on and further explained the program. And then they also had a couple of guys. One was a doctor, psychiatric doctor, something like that. And then the other guy with him was a doctor, but it had moved to administration. But they were from Collier County, from the community health care organization that implemented the program in Collier County. And they presented their information. It was so cool to see what has happened in their area implementing this program to get help to our youth much sooner. And hopefully it's going to make my job a lot easier when I have a meeting with one of our largest community healthcare centers in a couple weeks. And actually, the gentleman that I'm going to be meeting with, he was on the call also. I saw. So I had emailed him the information as a follow-up, and he emailed me back that he was scheduled to be on the call. And when we were on there, I saw that he was. So I think, keep our fingers crossed, it's we're just another step forward implementing this in in our county, in Pasco County, and Hernando, because they do have 2 locations in Hernando County, and they're going to be expanding in Hernando County also. But it doesn't have to just be community healthcare clinics. It can be any pediatrician anywhere. If you're in Florida, I believe now you might be able to do this if you're not, but if you go to the website, right? I think we have the website. It's building bridges of understanding. You fill out the scholarship form, and you'll receive an email link, which that's what Rotary will pay for your training. You'll receive an email link from Bob Anthony. He's in charge of all our area here for access to the training. And it's amazing. I'm going to have printouts. I'm going to be going to actually Seven Springs Rotary here really shortly to introduce the program to them. And they're excited about it. The 2 gentlemen that I was speaking to, one that dropped off the jersey and the gentleman who picked up the jersey, I was telling them about it, and they were like, "Oh, you need to come and talk." And so we're trying to work it into our schedule where I'll be able to come to their organization, talk to them, and they can help. I mean, it's just spreading the word, getting people to know what this program is about. It is available to both the parents and the children. It's broken down in ages. It's also the handouts and what did the guy call it? They have worksheets, like homework to do, and it's both available both in Spanish and English. And what was I going to say? Can't remember. But anyways, it's super neat. I'm gonna next week. I'll show you all some of the flyers and the workbooks, and it's broken down by ages so that these things are written so that the children at that age level can understand what they're dealing with. And here soon, they're working on making turning part of this into like video exercises, which is exciting. But not everybody has complete access to internet, like especially in some of these rural areas. And this is where there's a huge gap. We have a huge gap in an area in Florida along the Panhandle. But we're trying to bridge that gap. And even I was talking to another girl, part of another organization that here in the area, that their focus is children, talking to someone in their organization about this program to see if it would be a good fit for them also. So there's different, avenues. Polk County, which is a county on the other side of us in Hillsborough, they've had we've had a really good turnout, I guess you would say, of pediatricians signing up for the program in that area. So I'm really hoping that after the orientation that we'll get that growth here in our area and move it up, to Hernando. And then I'm getting in contact with people in Citrus, because we're having other Rotarians with interest in the action group. And this is part of the things that our mental health initiatives action group, we all work together we can get some of this done. And that's what I'm excited about, is getting people to be more open about talking about mental health. We have these, you see on TV, these kids that are shooting kids, or these kids that are being bullied. I saw a thing just this morning. A 10-year-old took her life because she was being bullied. There was on the news recently, a young boy went to school on a field trip and brought a gun, and he took his life in front of his fellow students. We need to do better. It's, we adults have a hard time, and look what's happening with these children. It's the whole gamut. Suicide does not discriminate. It doesn't discriminate with age, whether you're male or female, your economic level, where you live. It does not discriminate. And people that are afraid to talk about it, and I hate to say it, but sometimes I'm just pretty straightforward. If it hasn't come to your door yet, don't put your head in the sand, because more than likely it will, because our suicide rates are not dropping. They're not. Although I do have to say, in August in Pasco County, we went from 10 suicides in July to 4. But still, that's a suicide a week. And that's just in my community. So there's our quote for today. Whenever I am missing you, I also realize how lucky I was that you were in my life. Your love leaves a memory forever in my heart. And that's why we're here. Put these numbers in your phone. Have them memorized. 988, easy to remember. Veterans press 1. The kids, they like to text 741 741. You can text Jason to 741 741. That lets them know you're a youth. First responders, text badges. Be the one to give someone hope, because there is always hope. Thank you.